Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow palette review for you guys. It's going to be on the new Juvia'S Saharan palette. Now I got this palette on Saturday, but I am just not getting around to doing a review and eyeshadow tutorial for you guys. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing swatches and eyeshadow tutorial on the new Juvia'S palette, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so before we get on to the palette, I'm just going to really quickly tell you everything that I'm wearing on my face today. To prime my face, I use my LA Girl Pro Prep High Definition Primer. For foundation today, I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. And I'm in the shade 6W1 Sandalwood. To highlight today, I used my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I love mixing these shades deep and tan. I always put just like maybe 2 or 3 streaks of the tan just to give me a little more of a highlight. To set my highlighted areas, I used my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. To contour today, I used my Sleek Contour Kit in the shade Dark. To set my entire face today, I used my Urban Decay Powder Foundation, and I am in the shade Dark Natural. For blush today, I used my NARS Impudique Blush. And for my highlighter today, I use the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer. Now this is a bronzer, but I love using it as a highlight. It's a really nice highlight for deeper skin tones. And it's in the shade Rock On World. And I think it gives such a gorgeous bronzy look. So this is actually a bronzer, but I use it as a highlighter. And for my lashes today, I use the Studio Effect Demi Wispy Lashes by Ardell. And to set my entire face, I don't have it sitting right over here with me, but I use the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. So that's everything that I used on my face. On my lips, I used one of the new Marc Jacob lip creams, as well as the pencil in the shade Rose. Now I was sent this by Influencer maybe a couple of months ago. So this is what I am wearing on my lips. And here you can see the shade right here. And the shade is Sush Blush. So this is the lip shade that I have. I really like these and I really do want to go and get more. And then this is the Longwear lip pencil in Rose. And honestly, I like the lip pencil by itself, so I may just do the lip pencil next time and just put a gloss on top of it. But yes, this is what I am wearing on my lips today. So now we're just going to get on to the palette. Alright guys, so the palette that we're going to be talking about today is the new Juvia'S Saharan palette. And Juvia'S really needs no introduction. I've done reviews on a couple of her palettes here on my channel. So she's really made a name for herself, whether it's been from the awesome quality of her eyeshadows to her controversial, customer service issues. I mean, I have honestly never had any issues with Juvia'S. I did have one shadow that came a little smashed in my Nubian 2 palette, but I didn't contact customer service about the shadow because it came crumbled up and it was a mess in the palette, so I just cleaned it up and I pushed it back into place. So I really didn't think that it was, anything to contact customer service about. So I've never really had a run-in with her customer service. So, I still order from the company. So I do own all 4 of Juvia'S palettes, and this is the 4th of her palettes. And like all of her other palettes, this palette is super duper pigmented. So you really do have to use a light hand with these shadows. And I honestly really like these palettes. Now I was surprised that she went down in size when it came to these palettes. And just to give you a quick comparison in size in all of the palettes. These are the palettes. This is just the size. This is the Masquerade palette, the Nubian 2, the Saharan palette, and the regular Nubian palette. Alright, now the Juvia'S Place, the Nubian 1 palette and the Saharan palette are pretty much the same. They're identical in length, but as far as the height, the Saharan palette is a little taller. So just to give you an idea of how big the palette is, this palette does come with 12 shades, just like the original Nubian palette, and this is just how the palette looks. I love the fact that she added a black with this palette, because that's what I felt like most of her palettes were missing, because I love smoking out the outer V. So I didn't have to jump into any other palette to create this look. I just used this entire palette for my face, and I really love that. She has some really nice transition colors in this palette, and I love this kind of like brightish red. It's the same color as the palette, like a little bit darker than the palette. This color is beautiful, and it's super pigmented. So I have swatches of this palette, and like I said, I mean, the palette really needs no review because I have lots of reviews on my channel on Juvia'S Place palettes. I will link those ahead so you can go ahead and click those and check those out. But I'm just going to get on to the swatches of the palette. And then after that will be an eyeshadow tutorial on the look that I am wearing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from me. And don't forget that when my channel reaches 5,000 subscribers, I will be having my next big giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win. Until the next video. Alright guys, so this is how the palette looks, and I don't think I mentioned it in the video, but the palette retails for $28, but there's discount codes out there that you can use to get 10% off of the palette. Now this palette contains 12 shades, 4 mattes, 2 satins, and 6 foil shadows. And the shades are Sokoto, Budabi, Bororo, Kia, Zoya, Iman, Jamila, Senegal, Chad, Castina, Lou, and Fula. So I'm just going to get on to the swatches. Alright, so I'm going to start from Sokoto, and then I'm going to go down on a swatch by 4s. So the first one that I'm going to be swatching is Sokoto, and this is a bright reddish orange, and it is a matte. Second shade is Budabi, and this shade is a rich metallic. It's a true gold. The next shade is Bororo, and it is a metallic also, and it is a cranberry. And the last shade on the first row is Kia, and it is a blackened metallic teal. So this is the first row. As you can see, these shadows swatch beautifully. Alright, next up on the second row, you have Zoya, and it is a pale peachy gold with pink undertones, and this one is a satin finish. Next up, you have Iman, and it is a pure pearly white with a satiny metallic finish. Next up, you have Jamila, and it is a matte brick red. This is a perfect transition color. I love this transition color. And last on the second row is Senegal, and it is a metallic bronze. Alright, next up, first shadow on the last row is a matte black, and it's Chad. The second shade, Katsina, is a soft fawn brown, and it is a matte also. The third shade is Lou, and it is a pale salmon pink with peachy undertones, and this one is a satin finish also. And the last shade in the palette is Fula, and it is a medium pinky cranberry with a metallic finish. Alright guys, so I'm starting out with my brows already done. I'm just going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and I'm going to use this to prime my eyes today. To set that in place, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer. To set that in place, I'm going to be using my Rimmel London Stay Matte Press Powder in the shade Transparent. Alright, and next up I'm going to go on the lid with the shade Fula, and it is like a pinky cranberry shade. I'm just going to use this on the inner part of the eye. And then I'm going to go right beside that and just going to blend it in with the shade Bororo, and it is just a cranberry. I'm just overlapping these colors on top of each other just so they can blend in. Alright, next up, going in with Chad, which is the matte black in the palette. And I really like this black, and it's really pigmented, so you really have to go in with a light hand, because as you can see, I put on too much and it took me forever to blend this out. But I did a lot of blending off camera, so just go in with a really light hand when you go in with the shade. Alright, next I'm just taking a blending brush with no extra product on it, and I'm just going to use that to blend out that black. Alright, next up, I've finished off my base and added some lashes off camera, and now I'm just going to repeat the same steps on the bottom that I did in the crease with the same colors. Alright, next up I'm just going in with my Marc Jacobs highliner in black, and I'm going to use this to line my bottom lash line. And somehow I lost a clip of me applying Chad, which is the matte black, but I did apply that to the bottom lash line to set my liner. And now I'm just blending all that out. And that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from me. Until the next video.